If I have an obligation, I like to make sure it is my obligation and not the obligation of some other father.
Well, he does have a valid point. Before we can actually place him on child support,
There's some other questions that need to be answered before we agree on paying.
he's entitled to a DNA test.
We can get this DNA testing done expeditiously.
Oh yeah, most definitely. If there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
Thank you.
Okay, Miss Canada. All right. You brought this case before the court. What's going on?
I'm seeking child support and back pay from this man.
Okay, just straightforward. That's what I like. Just get right into it. How old is the child?
The child is now 3 years old,
3 years old.
and I have not received any child support.
In 3 years?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Sir, is there a reason you haven't given her any child support in the past 3 years?
Yes, ma'am, there is.
What is that?
We've been discussing the paternity obligation.
Okay.
Miss Canada storms into the courtroom demanding child support and back pay for her 3-year-old child. She claims she hasn't received a single cent. But then, the man hits back with a shocking twist. He questions whether the child is even his, leaving the entire court waiting to see if his challenge will hold water.
What is that?
We've been discussing the paternity obligation.
Okay.
Under the circumstances, you know, I don't think I was the only person having a fling with Rocky at the time that you know, she and I had that time together. And,
Excuse me? Are you implying something?
Well, what I'm trying to say is that I understand that you may have been seeing some other people in addition to me. And the reason that I haven't provided
Well, those are rumors.
I understand
First of
that.
all.
I understand that.
Second
But
of
you
all.
haven't complied with my request for DNA tests either, and that's my key. Is that if I have an obligation, I like to make sure it is my obligation and not the obligation of some.
He raises serious doubts, pointing out that Miss Canada wasn't only seeing him at the time. On top of that, he says she refused when he asked for a DNA test. Now the big question is, was this just an excuse to avoid paying, or is he finally speaking a truth no one wanted to hear? All eyes turn to her as everyone waits to hear how she'll respond under pressure.
Make sure it is my obligation and not the obligation of some other father.
Well, maybe you should have been obligated to your wife whenever you were having an affair with me.
You know, you're right about that. And honest
So
truth is
you are
that,
admitting that you're married?
yes.
Okay.
And I've told her. I've told her that we had this fling.
You didn't
told
tell
your
me you
wife
were
that?
married until after.
That's correct. That's correct. I did not tell you.
I'm sorry, I won't disrupt you guys anymore. Go ahead.
So, you know, from my perspective, Your Honor, I certainly understand the situation. I'm not trying to be hard-hearted, so to speak, about this, but I think that there's some other questions that need to be answered before we agree on.
She fires back in anger, accusing him of being married during their relationship. To everyone's surprise, he doesn't deny it. The courtroom quickly unravels into chaos, but beneath all the finger-pointing and emotions lies the one question that really matters: who's being honest? And will the lies finally be exposed?
Will we agree on paying any kind of support? Because at this point, we haven't confirmed whose child this is.
Okay. Well, I definitely have some questions too, but I don't think they have anything to do with child support. It's more about you guys' backstory, but that has nothing to do with me. However, has this man taken a DNA test at all?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. Did he sign anything at the hospital
No, he wasn't
acknowledging that he was the father? Okay. So he does have a valid point. Before we can actually place him on child support,
Right now, all she has are hospital records, no legal proof tying him to the child. The story is messy, but the court only cares about facts. Without a proper paternity test, is this case even valid? He makes a strong argument. Before placing him on child support, the truth needs to be confirmed.
have a valid point. Before we can actually place him on child support, he either has to accept parentage, which, according to what I'm hearing, you're really not accepting it.
He's in denial about his affair and doesn't want his wife to find out.
My wife knows.
Oh,
Yeah,
she
right.
knows now.
He's lying.
You told her?
I would have heard from her by now. I work with him, ma'am.
Oh. At the welding place?
I'm a receptionist there.
Receptionist there, I'm a manager.
That's how we met.
You're her direct manager. Oh, okay. Ooh, wasn't expecting that much tea this morning. So, yeah, he's entitled to a DNA test.
Sure.
To make things even more complicated, she and his wife actually work at the same welding plant. That means their affair played out right under his wife's nose. Emotions are running high, but the judge cuts through the drama and zeroes in on what matters most. Will a DNA test finally settle this once and for all?
He's entitled to a DNA test.
Sure.
Okay, so before we can move forward with anything in terms of child support, looking at your financial documents you provided, he first needs to get a DNA test. So what I can do is you guys go and get the DNA test, then you can come back at a later date, possibly, if he's the father. If he's not the father, you're more than welcome to bring back as many people as necessary. I'm not implying by any means that what he's saying is.
The judge goes over the financial paperwork, but makes it clear nothing moves forward without a paternity test. It's the only legal way. If he's the father, child support will be ordered. If he's not, the case takes a completely different turn. Now, the question is, will the test actually happen?
Implying by any means that what he's saying is true.
Right, he's
but
definitely
if he's
the
not
father.
the father, you can bring back as many people as necessary to get DNA testing, and we actually find the father and place him on child support.
Well, I know who it is, so that's not necessary, but thank you.
Okay. Is there anything further?
Your Honor, can we get your assistance in having this thing compelled so that we can get this DNA testing done expeditiously?
Oh yeah, most definitely.
She insists she already knows he's the father. But if it's so obvious, why hasn't it been proven? At this point, both sides agree to let the court step in and help get the testing process started.
DNA testing done expeditiously?
Oh yeah, most definitely. And it will be done through the Attorney General's office.
Okay.
Because they are actually on site in the courtroom, and it will be in the courthouse rather. And it will be much easier and free to you all to go ahead and use their resource. Okay? If there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
Thank you.
Rocky?
You're welcome.
If I have obligations here, I'll stand behind them.
I appreciate that.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
DNA testing through the Attorney General's office is fast, free, and final. Before leaving, the man makes a promise. If the test proves the child is his, he will step up and take responsibility. The case is dismissed for now, but the truth is on its way. So, what do you think? Is he dodging responsibility, or is she hiding something? One thing is certain. In court, the truth always comes out.